Hi there, I'm Mark Sebastian, founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the AM Volatility Report. Reminder, this should not be considered investment advice. Options have risk. Consult your financial professional. All right, and let's see what is going on. Well, if you notice, the S&P is now above 2410. This seems to be kind of the breakout above 2400. If you look at a chart of the SPX, there we go. 2400 had been such a stopping point. And if you look, like here's 2400. Just unable to get through it for more than a day. And now we seem to have a clear break above. So it feels like the market could potentially go much higher today. Feels like the market could go much higher today. And, that's going to be something I'm going to be watching for. The market could go much higher. So then, the question is, where do we stop? 24 and a quarter, 24.50. There is some serious potential for volatility to stay low, but the underlying to just pop. That's there. VIX back below 10. I'm as surprised as everybody that it got here this quickly, but it's back below 10. So there's about a 2-point spread between the June future and VIX again. Yes, we're going to a long weekend, so when we get back on Monday, it'll be 10.5. But even so, a point and a half on Monday, on Tuesday, excuse me, there'll be, 20 days to expiration? That's probably 22 days to expiration. $1.50 is very wide. Very wide. So I think there's some potential here for volatility to change and this future, the June future, to come in more. So kind of here's the pieces we're watching today. All right, I'm going to start with Apple. Talk about going nowhere and rising volatility. Volatility is definitely elevated from where it has been. And relative, the last time volatility got this low, the VIX was at 9.5 or 9.7, right? Now it's here, and VIX is at 9 again, and we're a good 3-4 points higher. All right. So when I look at Apple, I'm thinking, is there a put spread? Is there a put spread in Apple that I might want to do? And so that's going to be one of the trades that we look at in stocks. All right. XLP. Now, before I go, let's look at 3M. I think 3M is setting up as a name that could go a lot higher. And, it's one that should move with the market. Look, volatility is as cheap as it's been. Stock is kind of in this bouncing area where it looks like it's ready to pop. I think it could make a run to 205. And with the volatility that low, is there some sort of bull calendar that maybe makes sense in 3M? The answer is there might be. XLP, consumer staples, this is another one. Realized volatility is so low. And yet implied, a little bit of a bid in that implied. There's something going on here with consumer staples. Something I don't like. And so I'm going to spend some time potentially thinking about this. Is there a trade in that? And then UVXY again. I put on a UVXY trade in the chat room yesterday, and it was up significantly by day's end. We were buying these puts for 80 cents versus this call spread for the June 13, 20 call spread for about 50 cents on a big ratio, 2 by 10. So this trades up nicely. That was a big win yesterday. And we may be setting up for another trade like that today. All right, and the nice thing is I can just use my little call spread as a hedge as I kind of roll positions and move my deltas. And then finally TLT. TLT is too high and the vol's too high. I mean, let's compare the IV charts. Where's that daily chart? So I want you to take a look at this. Do they have VXTLT? Yep, they do. All right. So here's VXTLT. All right. And then let's compare to VIX. Let's return. So, we'll just look at it in TLT. So we're going to use live volatilities. All right. So here's IV of TLT. And here's SPY vol. So TLT vol is actually a lot lower, or excuse me, much higher than SPY vol is, which I don't know. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. I think that and yes, I realize that it's been that way for what appears to be a while, although historically it has not been. So I want to spend some time either debating that or looking at some trades. All right, folks, if you got questions, you can email me marketoptionpit.com or you can call me 888-TRADE-01. Have a great morning.